Hello.
Hello.
Hope you had a good journey.
It was a lovely drive up from Penzance. Lovely.
Fantastic. Well, good to meet you. Do come into the studio.
What a wonderful... I can't come in just yet. I've got to look at this. It's just marvellous.
It's a huge advantage. I grow almost everything in pots, and that means that I can actually bring living plants into the studio to work from them. So I've got the flowers, the leaves, the whole structure of it. So do come into the studio.
Thank you. Well, this is an extraordinary piece. This looks like a field of whistling jacks.
That's what they are. Of course, they were grown for the cut flower trade in Cornwall, and then when the trade faded and the woodland was growing up in these lovely bottomland fields and they were disappearing, but someone's cleared all the woodland, taken out the brambles, and every year more of the gladiolas come back, and of course now they're flowering, this outrageous combination with the buttercups.
With the buttercups and bluebells.
Yeah.
And I love the way that you feel you could almost reach out and pick one with the way that the stems come below the painting.
I've actually always used that from the first textile collage that I made when I was still a student at Goldsmiths. And I've always liked the way that the artwork moved out into the space.
Yes. And this one really shimmers. Is this a Cerinthe?
It is.
Yes.
And with a beautiful demoiselle.
The demoiselle.
This was actually the inspiration for a whole series of pieces I did on dragonflies and damselflies, really because I am surrounded, of course, with all these lovely creatures.
But they really shimmer in this piece.
And it's the advantage of the collage technique that I'm using these rich, light reflective fabrics. And so as you stand one side of the piece, another side of the piece, everything will change.
Yes.
And each time that you come to a piece of work, it's a fresh experience. And all of those shimmering, shifting qualities that we love so much in dragonflies and damselflies, this is the perfect medium to capture that.
Well, it's fascinating being really close up to one because I was looking at your images on your website.
Yeah.
And that's what brought me here, of course. But seeing them close up like this, you can see there's multi-layers. And I'm still intrigued to see how you've created this shimmering effect.
Well, come over, if you come and have a look at the piece that I'm working on now.
I'm starting to understand now how you build these up. These are multi-layered, aren't they? But where do you start? I can see I'm surrounded by all these materials that look painted or dyed.
So what happens, first obviously I decide on the subject, which in this case clearly are the fabulous blue hydrangeas that are all in bloom just outside. And I'm going to be using them together with the beautiful demoiselles who spend all their life in the dappled light near the stream. And so you can actually see I've already worked on the beautiful demoiselles, and they're very intricate creatures.
That's extraordinary, because there's about 30 pieces of fabric making this fabric.
All the fabric I use is hand dyed. And I always prepare far more than I will immediately need, so that I can quite literally just stretch out and have to hand every texture, surface, colour combination that I could possibly want for the piece.
Amanda, I'm really intrigued by this piece. Is it the North Cornish coast?
That's it. It's actually just next to Pesigran, you know, that wonderful granite cairn that all the climbers use.
Yes.
And it's just this moment in the year, of course, because all the heather is in bloom.
Yes.
And I just love the colour combination. You know the way on the north coast, there's golden sand beneath the sea there, but because it's the north coast, you have this intensity to the blue.
Yes, yes. I mean, blue almost doesn't describe it. It's the deepest aquamarine and jade and crystal. It's phenomenal. What I really want is a living piece of Cornwall to take back with me.
Well, certainly...
this is absolutely...
Yeah, you can't get much more Cornwall, to me, than the North Coast. It is such a wonderful and dynamic landscape.
And the granite. I love the lichen on the granite.
There's the work that is on the walls now, but I actually have other pieces if you'd like to look at them. And the best route to that, if you'd like to look at the iPad.
Well, there's your demoiselle again. There's another beautiful dragonfly. Oh, that's a marvellous one.
So here's the piece that you were interested in.
There it is.
So
Amanda, I can see that one is not going to be enough. Do you take cards?
Yes, I take both debit and credit cards.
Amanda, it's been such fun visiting. I think I've loved seeing your garden as much as your studio. It's really made me feel part of the process. And I'm just so excited to think I'm going to be taking a part of it away with me. Thank you.
Well, it was great to meet you, and I'm glad you enjoyed it all.
I did, every minute.